It's exactly 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Beyond the Spectrum. It's August 5th, 2025, and again, it's 7 p.m. And my title of the video is 7 Volcanic Eruptions Today on the Ring of Fire. And I'm going to just read this, take it or leave it. This is just all guided, and I trust it. The seventh seal and the golden censer. And this has to do with the 8/8 earthquake. Revelations 8. When he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about a half an hour. And I saw the seventh angel who stand before God, and 7 trumpets were given to them. Another angel who had a golden censer came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense to offer, and with the prayers of all God's people on the golden altar in front of the throne. The smoke of the incense together with the prayers of God, people went up before God from the angel's hand. Then the angel took the censer, filled it with the fire from the altar, and hurled it onto the earth. And then there came peals of thunder, rumbling, flashes of lightning, an earthquake, the trumpets. Then the 7 angels who had the 7 trumpets prepared to sound them. The first angel sounded his trumpet, and there came hail and fire mixed with blood, which would be a volcanic eruption, and was hurled down on the earth. And the third of the earth was burned up, and the third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass was burned up. Who wrote this cockamamie shit? Like, why would you ever do this to us? The second angel sounded his trumpet, and something like a huge mountain, all ablaze, which would be a volcano, was thrown into the sea. A third of the sea turned into blood, and a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships, once again, ships were destroyed. The third angel sounded his trumpet, and a great star, blazing like a torch, fell from the sky on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters turned bitter, and many people died from the waters that had become bitter. The fourth angel sounded his trumpet, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, which were, if you haven't noticed, there's a huge, hole in the sun. I'm not so sure about the moon part, but there was a blood moon last night, and the stars are really not there anymore. The main celestial, constellations are, but that's really it. A third of the day was without light, and also a third of the night. As I watched, I heard an eagle that was flying in the midair call out in a loud voice, "Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants on the earth, because of the trumpet's blast about to be sounded by the other 3 angels." We're in this, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually in this. And I really never thought in my lifetime I would really ever witness that. And there was a horn beeped in the background. 7 volcanoes erupted on the Ring of Fire. Something's being birthed through the water. Don't care if you don't believe. Go away then. That's where I'm at with this journey. I'm not here for the non-believers and the non-knowers or the people who are asleep. Not here for you. I'm here for those who are walking together. You're woke. You're paying attention. You know there's something going on. Even if you don't know exactly what it is, you're aware that something ain't right. Last night was a blood moon on 8/4. It's 8/5. There was an earthquake in Russia the other day, an 8.8. We are in Leo season. We are in the Lion's Gate, and that is a stargate. The Pacific Ocean is a stargate, and you cannot be birthed through this world unless you come through water. Back in the 50s, when Wormwood, really Nibiru, not Wormwood, Nibiru came up from under. There was an article that is really hard to find now because they have just wiped out so much information. A gentleman did an interview back in the late 50s, early 60s, Nibiru, the winged, what they call the winged planet, appeared, rose up from underneath us on the west coast and was in the sky. It took up the entire sky with its wings. It was birthed through the ocean. That's why it would come up from underneath us. It was on the cover of Science Weekly. These are all facts that I'm speaking on. Facts. Facts. It was published. 1981, Mount St. Helens erupted. A newspaper article, The Heavenly Ones Return, Nibiru. I remember reading the article, then you never heard of it again. So no, people aren't crazy who are speaking about this. It's you who are calling people crazy that you're not okay and that you're not awake and you're not aware. So let's just get that straight for all the haters out there and you peeking in the bushes in the back. It's time to wake up or don't. I'm not concerned. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. We are really in this time. So there was 7 volcanic eruptions. Is that the 7 trumpets? Is that the 7 horns? The dragon is very real that Michael battled. It's not a myth. Archangel Michael battled the dragon. It's the red dragon. It's very real. China hides under it every year to try to trick, I don't know, I believe to try to trick the red dragon so that they're not seen. I feel that's what, why they hide under the red dragon. It's very real. The cabal go to the ancient red dragon to get ancient wisdom. And now we just had 7 volcanoes erupt in the Ring of Fire. So yeah, there's a huge birthing happening. Huge. And it's going to come through the waters. It's the only way in this world. It's the only way to get into this realm is through the waters. It's the only way. That's why they can't leave here. They don't go to the moon unless the moon is actually under the dome, which I'm going to go with Yara on that, just like the light bulb is under the dome. Can't leave this dome. It's all waters above. It's written. It's carved in ancient rock. So this is interesting. We are really in this time. So the 7 eruptions represents the 7 angels, the 7 horns, the 7, what is it? Is it the 7-horned dragon, a 7-headed dragon? It represents one of these 7s. It just does. So I just wanted to share that. I think it just amazes me that we're here and that I'm here to witness this. It really does. It's very humbling. It's very humbling. It's just a wow moment. And I see, and I'm doing this video for others who see. And if you don't see, it is what it is. Eventually everyone will see. So those who laugh now, you'll be laughing last because you'll see as well. These storm chasers or runners or however you want to call them, the fact that, I don't know, I think it's weird they don't see. I do. I'm just being very honest. I think it's really fucking weird that you're out driving and you're not seeing this celestial staring right at you in the face and you're calling it a tornado and a shelf cloud. It's a little weird to me. But I understand not everyone has the spiritual eyes to see, and I do. It's weird, but I do see it. It is very telling. And they're the same celestials that keep coming through the same places, right where the X marks the spot 3 times from the eclipse over the United States. The eye of Ra, the eye of God, the eye of Christ, I don't know, the eye of Lucifer, I don't know, whoever's eye that was, we're just going to put it that way for you little smart asses out there with your nasty little comments. Whatever eye that is, it's an eye looking at you. Remember, Horus's eye was stolen. They use Horus's eye here. Hollyweird uses Horus's eye. They plaster it everywhere. They stole Horus's eye. Set stole Horus's eye. So yeah, an eye is very real in the sky. And then we see the celestial over Kansas literally a few days later. So the eye was seen in Indiana. We're in Egypt. If you don't know, we're in Egypt. We're in Atlantis. We're not, or call it Indiana, whatever you're comfortable. And then over Kansas, the celestial chariots are being seen. It is written, the table of God will descend from heaven. The tabernacles were stolen back in 2021, I believe it was 2021, 22 out of New York. That was real. That was real tabernacles. It's not a myth. It's not a make believe thing. They severed the head of an angel because there's always something stashed in the statue. They stole the tabernacles. The tabernacles is to call in the table of God. Whoever's calling in the table of God. This is really happening, and they're also going to do a false event. Some say it's going to happen within the next by the 18th. They're going to do it through this Lion's Gate. So you have to really use discernment right now. But these celestials have been like, they might as well stick their hand out and like go boop to these storm watchers. It's just interesting to me. And I'm not saying that to be mean or mock them. God bless them. They are truly the boots on the ground. And I'm serious. God bless them because they are documenting proof of prophecy happening, which I think is beautiful. I really do. My hat's literally, my paranormal hat is off to them. It's just sad that they don't grasp that they're really capturing on a celestial event. That's really actually tragic. It's like, I was saying to a friend of mine last night, it's like being a paranormal investigator and getting evidence and not realizing you have evidence the whole time staring you right in the face, you know? It's that golden opportunity but we're in this time, and it's amazing. It's no fear, like no fear. Remember, this is all temporary, you know. You have to know thy soul. If you don't know your soul, please find your soul, because you're going to want to find your soul. Darkness is walking this earth right now, and it will latch on to you, and it will. Know that. It will latch onto you. It will latch onto your family. It will latch onto your children. It will lay with you. It will lie to you. It will lull with you, and it will manipulate you, and it will. And it does. And I can truly attest to that. That's a fact. I'm watching it in real time. It's a fact. So, know thy soul. Trust and rely on Creator God of all that is. Clean house and help others. You can't help anybody unless you help yourself first. We can't change people. We can walk with people. We can be a helping hand, but they have to do the work. This is the time. We are really in prophecy right now. We are in what Nostradamus was predicting, along with, so many others. Edgar Casey's map. You need to know this. Edgar Casey's map. Google it if you don't know it. The United States Navy uses that. The United States government, all governments use that map. They know that is going to happen. They know that these lands are going to change. They know the oceans are going to rage. It's going to become solidified. The salination in it's going to get weaker, meaning the salt is going to dissipate, which means the fish will not be able to live, which changes this whole landscape here. It's the only way to clean this place out of the darkness is to burn it off with volcanic eruptions. Mother Earth is awake. She's a real dragon. She's a real being. She has a soul, and we live on her. I know, it's tripping, and it is, but it's fact. She's waking up. She's cleansing. She's going to clean this all out. And this is why this is temporary, right? You're a soul. You're not your meat suit. Your meat suit is the experience here. You're a divine soul, hopefully. Some aren't. Some are not divine souls. And we're just in this time, and I think it's incredible. When I heard 7 volcanoes erupted, I was like, yo. And last night there was a blood moon. This is no coincidences with that. None whatsoever. Like, these are the signs of the return of the Messiah. And these are also signs of Lucifer. Anunnaki, Enlil, Marduk. Brush up on it if you don't know, because you need to know. You need to know what the hell's going on, and what the heaven is going on, because it's going on, and it's happening. And I just am grateful to be experiencing it with some of the folks on my channel. I'm really grateful that I created this channel, and I've been walking with a few of my peeps that we communicate in real life and on here. And know that some of you that comment, I don't comment to people I don't know. I'm just going to be real with you. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your comments. I don't appreciate your rude, ignorant comments, but I appreciate you who do comment. And if I know you, and especially if you have a channel, I'll clearly communicate with you. But if I don't know you, no, I'm not going to communicate with you. I'm not going to answer your questions. Do your own research. I've been doing this a long time. I've been documenting this for 5, 6 years on this site, but I've been paying attention a lot longer than that. And I've been documenting it other ways. And this is why I created this channel, to share with others who are experiencing this as well. And those who could see the in-between and see the spirit world and know that the spirit world's really there. And the veil is behind in your own eyes, but the veil's dropping. So yeah, 7 volcanic eruptions. So I was like, was this that? And that just brought me to that, about that in scripture, was the 7 horns or the 7 crowns or something like that, or the 7 heads. There's a lot of 7s. So it's like sifting through, I don't know. To me, with the divine creator, it's not confusing. It's very straightforward. You know, it's not cloak and dagger. These books are very cloak and dagger. You gotta, there's a lot to it. It's a mythical book. It's a multi-dimensional book. And it's talking about 2 worlds, 2 gods, who's Inky and Enlil, and then Christ, and then Morning Star. Like, you just gotta sift through it all. And this is all I'm doing right now, and I'm just sharing it. So, for those who don't know, yeah, 7 volcanoes erupted today on August 5th, 2025, after a blood moon last night. That's prophecy, my friends. That's prophecy.